project is from the 27th issue of the Passap magazine. I will show you how to make coasters. First, make sure the racking handle is in its lowest position. Raise 15 needles on the front bed. Place the edge springs on the last working needles and use the orange ruler to arrange them in 1-to-1 division. Set the front lock to N and the stitch size to 1. Then set the back lock to GX. Insert the black strippers and take the waste yarn. I'm using 1 strand of acrylic yarn. Knit 1 row and raise the needles between the edge springs. Tap on the needles to tighten the yarn, increase the stitch size to 4 and knit 1 row to finish the cast on. It should look like this. Now increase the stitch size to 5 and knit 20 rows with the waste yarn. Don't forget to tap on the needles when knitting the first few rows. You can support me by liking the video or sharing your thoughts in the comments below. Now set the front lock to BX. Then set the back lock to CX and the stitch size to 5. Move the lock to the color changer and take the main yarn. I will use 2 strands of acrylic yarn. Raise pushers and the row working needles on the front bed. Then raise 2 needles and right on the back bed. Knit 1 row, put the leftmost pusher in resting position and knit 2 rows. Then continue the same way, put the leftmost pusher in resting position and knit 2 rows. You have to repeat these steps until there are 2 pushers in working position. In other words, when you put the 13th pusher in resting position, you have to knit only 1 row. Each wedge has 26 rows. You can clear the row counter and use the first digit to count how many wedges you have knitted. To make the next wedge, you have to raise all pushers and repeat the same steps. Knit to the left, lower 1 pusher and knit 2 rows. You need to knit 7 wedges in total to make this coaster. The needles that we raised on the back bed will create a long stitch so the edges of the coaster won't curl inwards. If you count the wedges using the row counter, it is showing that we have 6 wedges and now we have knitted the last row of the 7th wedge. At this point, set the front lock to N and the back lock to GX. Move the lock to the color changer and take the waste yarn. Use the double-eye bodkin tool and transfer the stitches from the back bed to the needles on the front. After transferring the stitches, make sure to put all needles on the back bed out of working position. Now knit 20 rows with the waste yarn. Move the lock to the color changer and take an empty eyelet or leave all eyelets there. Then slide the lock to the left to remove the knitted piece from the machine. Now it should look like this. You can see how nice the edge is. At this point you have to use the Kitchener stitch to sew both ends together. After you sew it, you can remove the waste yarn. Now I will iron it out and you will see the final result. Do you like it? It's perfect! The diameter of this coaster is 10 centimeters or 4 inches. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, have a nice day and see you in my next video.